Getting in today's video, I just want to sit down with you today and talk about this figure, which is from the figure Obscure line, and I want to get into answer some questions. The first one: why did I buy this figure? And is this figure worth your time, your money into it? And we're going to answer those two questions today. So first off, why did I buy it? I love Christmas Carol as a movie. I have seen almost every version from live action to animation of A Christmas Carol. I think the story is really good, of a man who is basically, in a way, a Grinch who doesn't know the joy of Christmas, and all these three ghosts. First, it's his former partner, Jacob Marley, and then, of course, the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future, all change his mind, and he really embraces Christmas as he should. And it all happens in one night on Christmas Eve. And like I said, I've seen every version of that story. I love each one of them. Every time the people who make the movies always try different, unique ways to represent it, which is very nice. But that is one of the reasons why I bought this figure, because I love the story of A Christmas Carol. And I always liked Jacob Marley as a character. I mean, he was a good man with a good heart. Excuse me. But he went by what Scrooge did, became sort of a bah humbug himself, like Scrooge. And of course, he got, enchained, in shackles and everything, with all these chests and books and giant safe here that you can see right here, which all opens up. And it's kind of a sad story for him. He's getting what he deserves, but it's kind of a sad story for what happened to his life. But this figure here is just so cool. Now, there is a version that came out where he was more palish white color, but they wanted, and that was like a store exclusive. This one right here is a retail version, and it's supposed to glow in the dark. Now, I haven't seen it glow in the dark yet. I don't think it does, from what other people have said. But just look-wise, it's very cool, and it's very unique. Now, this isn't the only Christmas-related figure that the Four Horsemen have done. They did Father Christmas and Krampus as well. I need to get those guys to add to this one. But looking at the figure, it's just a very cool, different look of Jacob Marley. And it's really well done for what he is. The paint job, the sculpt, everything is nice. Of course, that's not the only head he comes with. He also, of course, comes with this head. If I can get my camera to focus. Apologize. There's that. And it's just a really good figure to look at. Aesthetically. Now, there were some people who probably break this out on Christmas time as it is, and then they'll store it away like a Christmas ornament and never open it up again. But me personally, I think this is going to be a year-round figure that should be displayed. And if people say, oh, it's silly to store figures in boxes, I agree, unless of course it's something that really is valuable to me. But anyway, I do think this figure is neat. It's a very bold choice of the Four Horsemen to do Jacob Marley, because I don't think that would be on a lot of people's list. Father Christmas and Krampus would be, but Jacob Marley, kind of an odd choice to pick. But it's still overall a really good figure. And again, I love the story of Christmas Carol for sure. And this backdrop right here with Scrooge and him being spooked is very cool. I do hope we get a Scrooge figure in the future. Maybe it will someday, I don't know. Probably not. But should you spend your money on this figure? Well, of course you get alternate heads, an alternate head, you get alternate hands, you get a little story booklet, of course you get a third head where he has a skull helmet on, and you also get two doorknobs. And not only do you have all the keys here, it's already connected to the chains, but you also get another extra sack of keys as well. In case you lose these, you can replace them. So he's basically the total package, and for $70 he is a good penny. But with everything you get, the articulation, the paint job, the sculpt, all the stuff you get, including the very unique packaging that he comes with, it definitely is, in my opinion, worth the price. I mean, you even get on the back of here, this flap, you get the story of A Christmas Carol in a way, including about Jacob Marley himself, which is very neat for people who maybe not know A Christmas Carol. And if you don't know about that movie and the book, what are you doing? You should know about it. It's a Christmas tradition. But this figure again is neat. It's a unique one. That's why it's part of the Figure Obscure line. I wish that they would do more different figures. Like I do want to get the Headless Horseman. I want to get the Death. I want to get the Monkey King. This makes me want to pick up those other figures because how they are all different from one another and they're unique from each other. So, do I think... So we answered the first question. I'm backtracking here, I'm sorry. So we answered the first question as to why I picked this up. Because I love the story and I like this figure for sure. Now the next question. Should you invest your time and money into this? If you agree with what I'm saying and you hear my points, even though I've been rambling on, I think you should. I think you should invest your time and money into this. There's not going to be that many more Jacob Marley figures. I think it was the first one where he was white, and this one is a retail. This one is available everywhere. It is in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. I didn't pick this up at Big Bad Toy Store. I picked this up at an actual toy store itself in person. But I do think, excuse me, in my opinion, it's worth the price of admission for $70. I mean, you're getting a lot. You're getting a whop of stuff that I wish a lot of other high-priced figures would come with on their own. And I think the Four Horsemen did an outstanding job with this figure. But again, that's my 2 cents. You want to, if you get it. You need to. Don't sleep on this figure. He is the absolute must that you should add to your collection, especially if you're a fan of the Christmas Carol story. So anyways, that is all the time I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to sit down and talk with y'all about this figure, even though I probably rambled and went back and forth myself. But hey, it is what it is. Even if I mess up on stuff that I'm saying, at least I can always just have a good laugh about it. But as you all know what to do, be sure to do all the good stuff. And as always, everybody, take care.
Plastic Man, the one, the original Elastic Man. Always in great shape for the shape he's in, the fantastic Plastic Man.